Hey Cardfighters, welcome back to the channel. Got a new video for you guys. I know I've been doing a lot of Bavsargra videos, but it is my favorite deck and set 12 is upon us, so we have to solidify our build going into set 12. The pre-release was this weekend that just passed, which means the set actually drops next week, and we already have almost all the cards. This is the build we're going with for right now. I was trying some Shabdas, but the counterblast is very important in this deck right now. So I'm gonna run you guys through what I decided on and why I chose these cards, and then we're gonna jump into a gameplay. Obviously, we got our ride line. This ride line is amazing. We're still doing the 3 persona rides because the extra power just adds to the power we already have, and you get ridiculous numbers. We're going at 8 crit, 4 heal, 3 draw. The crits on Bavsargra plus Bavsargra's crit can help us push for damage a lot earlier. And then the draws are to help us get into our combo pieces. Because of the new style of the deck, we have a lot more combo pieces we need to see. I love front triggers, but we are giving up some defense to focus a little more on offense to be able to put our opponent to sleep a little bit faster. Obviously, we got our Trick Moons, our Perfect Guards, Elementaria. We're running 1 Red Jeweled Beast Garnet. This card is actually really good in Bavsargra. So because we blow through our soul so fast, it's really easy to get the cards from our soul into our drop. You never want to use this and have to soul blast the cards. You want to be able to send them from the drop to the ride deck. And as long as you get 1 persona ride, we can recur this card with Bavsargra's effects. We can actually use it twice. Or, we can block with it and then call it with Bavsargra's effect to draw. So pretty solid, just an easy way to get more cards. We're doing 4 Varalord. Varalord is our main way to equip multiple arms in a turn. Say we don't end up with the spear, we can actually use that counterblast to use Varalord to arm. Also, it gives us soul. Cool thing is, if we arm the spear, we still get to draw, and then we get the spear effect to draw to equip an additional arm. So it actually lets you do some pretty cool combos. Like, say we have an axe in hand, and we have a hammer and a spear in the drop. We can put this hammer to soul, arm the spear. Now we can arm an additional time this turn. So now we can arm up to even twice in the turn. It's it gets really cool, the interactions we can have with how intricate this card is. Plus, with it being such a retire heavy meta right now, the fact that it can't be chosen by card effects is really dope, because now your opponent either has to hit the circle or the column to actually be able to retire him. Kangshadi is still the heart and soul of the deck. Obviously, being able to search any arm is nuts. Not to mention that he can be used as a draw engine. Divshtia, I hope I said that right, is the one card I'm still a little iffy on. I really like the plus 10k power because it's just for existing attacking Guri 3. While you have 2 arms, you're always going to have 2 arms. So that 20k every turn, along with the boost you can get from other cards, is really solid. His Soul Blast effect to check top 7 for an arm and a dress booster. Add 1 hand, send 1 to the drop. It sounds good on paper, but even with all the targets we have, because we're playing 8, 10, 14 targets, and I still miss it all the time. That's more than a fifth of our deck, and it is what it is. For arms, we're playing the 1 shield, we're playing 2 spears, because honestly you only need 2 spears once you get 2 of them in rotation. There's no way for them to get pulled out of your drop right now, as far as I know. So you can just always keep on reusing them. We're playing 1 hammer, good way to hit back row. It's also a good way to hit really big numbers on Bavsargra, as the effect is on arm, give her 10k and retire a back row. So you can arm this, then arm the spear, and now she gets 20k for the turn, which is really helpful when hitting bigger numbers. Also, its end of turn skill, being able to put itself in the drop to add a right deity arm. Obviously, we're going to get the spear, but that's really good to make sure you have place for next turn. And this is one of the only 2 arms that arming it is free. Axe also arms for free. Make sure you have to guard with that extra card. We're running 2 of it because that guard restrict really adds up, especially since everybody just drops perfect guard on Bavsargra. Now they have to drop 3 cards, and you'd be surprised how fast the 3 cards a turn actually rips through your hand. And being able to rearm the shield when we need the defense. I mean, we could sit on the axe to keep the guard restrict, or swap to the shield if we feel like we're lacking on defense. So it's also very flexible, which I like. So I ran through that really fast. Enough from me. Let's go find a game. Alright, we got a game. Doing our usual greeting. The heads or tails it. And they go tails, so we are going second, which means we gotta be a little more aggressive. This hand's actually really good to set us up. I'm actually gonna probably keep it. So opening the axe is actually pretty cool, and I'll show you guys why in a second. Why I really like opening the axe. All right, so he's playing the new. I'm assuming he's playing the new Bruce support, and now he gets a soul charge. All right, we're gonna draw. We're gonna drop the axe. Ride Nemakar. Nemakar skill, Soul Blast 1. We're gonna search our shield. And then shuffle it up. And then our Hinta lets us draw a card. I would have actually liked to draw a Varalord so I could punch with 2 cards, but it is what it is. Card. Damn. Alright, we got a PG. PGs aren't the greatest against Bruce, just because, like, with multi-attacks you want as many shields as you can, and having to drop the extra card for the perfect guard does add up, especially since they have, you know, 2 card guard restricts. We're gonna, we have you, I think we only need 1 counterblast. Vanguard. So here's why I said having the axe was cool, because now we're going to drop the shield that we added last turn to ride Holly Bajo. Holly Bajo is going to let us add an arm from our drop back to our hand, so we're just going to add the axe. And now the shield staying in the drop sets up the axe. With battle phase, I'm going to swing. I don't want to call my conch shotties because I want to make sure I have them to, you know, search out my arms. Now I kind of wish I did call it, because they would have been the discard fodder. But now we can either discard the hammer or the spear to be able to do it. The only way this hand can get better is if we end up ripping a Varalord. A Divstia would be nice too, to have a little more offense. We're just gonna no guard now. We need at least 1 counterblast. Alright, we hit the draw trigger. Alright, so this is, I'm assuming grade 4 boost, a grade 4 boost deck. Alright, now we're gonna draw. We're actually going to drop. We're gonna hold on to the hammer. Drop the conch shotty. Alright. Now we're gonna rip the other spear out of our deck. Hope I don't regret just giving up another card from Soul. Well, I want to thin out my deck a little bit. Grab the other spear. I didn't discard the Trick Moon. I can't counterblast. I'm ass. Oh well. That's what I should have discarded for Ride. That was a huge misplay, but thankfully these arm for free. So we're gonna counterblast. We're gonna arm the spear. Boom. Spear effect. Draw. Bavsargra effect. We're gonna soul charge. And I guess we're gonna have to call, yeah, we'll call the crit trigger so we can get another card in soul. And then we can arm the axe for free. And we'll call Trick Moon as well. So that was a misplay. It happens. Alright. Pump these up. We're gonna use Bavsargra's skill. Soul Blast to get a crit. We want to be able to raise our damage as much as possible. I kind of want to swing with this first. He's probably going to eat the Vanguard because of the guard restrict. So, you know, we're going to poke with this first. Yep, called it. This is going to go to Soul, which we want. We'll give 2k to Bavs, and then 50k to Van. $10 says he says no guard. Yep, called it. 1 and 2. No triggers. Alright. We're stuck on the axe because we don't have the counterblast, which kind of sucks a little bit, but it's fine. We have a lot of defense. What is that? If you have boost Vanguard, your opponent's grade 3 or greater, search your deck for up to 1 grade 4 and ride it. That's cool. That is cool. Now let me double check what you do when you're in Final Rush. At the end of the battle, this unit attacks if you are in Final Rush, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 5. Stand all of your front row units, and this, including himself, and he gets -2 drive. That's cool. If you have Vanguard boosted card name, Soul Charge for every 2 cards. Oh, okay. You gotta Soul Charge a bunch to be able to restand him. That's fine. I'm not worried. Oh wait, choose up to the same number of Soul Charge of cards Soul Charge by this effect from your soul and call them to rear. That's interesting. That's why he just Soul Charged. I get it. Okay. But he's gonna gain some power. He's going. That's a pretty hefty number. We'll card that. 1 card guard. I love 1 card guards. Alright. It's level 13. We'll go that with Trick Wounds so we can get our some Trick Wounds into rotation to get our damage input. Oh, whoops. I guess the power got added. Hold on. Let's go like this. And then we'll throw in Trick Wound. Cover. We'll no guard. He does have triple drive, which kind of blows. Oh, there's the crit. He does have the Soul Blast to restand his front row, which he's going to because he got the crit. Where's he putting the trigger? Okay, so we're taking 2 damage. Bam, and looking good. Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 5. His Vanguard has no drive checks, so it's a 5k card now. Oh, I know, it has 1. Do I want a 1 to pass it? I'd be taking a big risk 1 to pass it. But I don't want to use a PG or an overtrigger.
New Dove Men Body Wash. Get healthier,
Dilemmas.
smoother feeling skin all day.
Yeah, we'll just throw the OT in. If he gets a crit, he wins. Okay, we're good now. We don't have to guard either of these attacks. We'll take it. Hey, look, a heal trigger, and we get to heal. Awesome. And this attack now becomes a 5k guard. Do I want to guard it? Yeah, I'll stay at 3 damage. No, I'll take 1. This way, if he gets a heal trigger, it doesn't work. Alright. Grade 3. I would have loved the Persona ride there. We have a lot of counterblast to play with, so we're going to do some fun stuff. Alright, so we're going to use Kung Shadi. We're going to counterblast 1, we're going to move the spear to the soul. We're going to draw a card. He's going to gain 5k. We're going to arm the hammer. Hammer effect's going to give us 10k. Damn. Oh, Bavsargra skill. Soul, which is going to Soul Charge to call us a grade 1 Allure from the drop. So we're going to call out Trick Moon. Now we're going to call Dipshtia and see if we get lucky. Hate this effect, but we're going for it. We're going to Soul Blast 1, check top 7. And we are in the money. Let's go to the hand. And we shuffle. Now we're going to overdress, counterblast. We're going to choose 2 arms, 2 spears. One is going to the soul, and one is getting armed. Bavsargra keeps the 10k, this is what I was talking about. And now we get to draw off of this. Bam. Now we'll call another Trick Moon, and we are ready to go. So we're gonna pump up these guys. Pump up Bavsargra. Pump up our Trick Moons. And now we're going to use Bavsargra's skill, which is going to retire his front row. And give us a crit. Now our front row's getting another 10k because of our dress boost. And we're swinging 51 for 2. And he has to guard with a minimum 2 cards. Alright, so that's 33. We're still hit 38. Okay, he fixed it. I was gonna say, I think he tried to cheat me there. We're still hitting. That's 40. Okay, so we got 33, 48, 63. Okay, 2 to pass. Here we go. 1, 2. Now, I know we've got this crazy setup, but if we give him a counterblast, he can do his effect all over again. And I don't see any counter charge out of all the cards that are revealed. So here's what I think we're going to do. I think we're actually going to go to end phase. And we're going to swap out for the shield. Nope, that's a soul charge. Yeah, he doesn't have any counter charge, so he can't restand. So yeah, we effectively just made his turn super easy to deal with. We'll go 2 pass. No way. I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I forgot he has triple drive. So we got kind of lucky there. All right, 38 to my Vanguard. I'll take it. And now that's there, another 33. So shield will be 23. Damn, 43. Did not want that, but it is what it is. All right. Our turn. Draw. Now, do I want to be ballsy? Why not? We're going to use Conch Shoddy. Counterblast 1. Move a card to soul. Gonna draw. He's going to gain 5k. But it don't matter because we're actually going to call over him. And take a humongous risk here. Now we're checking top 7 again. For another Varalord, and we got it. Alright. Now we're going to overdress again. For this one. And we're going to counterblast. We're going to arm. We'll put this into the soul. Oh, I wish I had a counterblast. Oh wait, we got a counterblast. We'll arm the axe, and then we'll use her skill. Full charge. We'll unfortunately call Trick Moon over the Varalord. But now we get to do this and counter charge. So now we're gonna arm the shield at the end of turn. Now we'll put 20k here. 20k 40k here. Okay, here. Here. And here. And then Bavsargra skill. So bless 2. He gets crit. And his rear guard is retired. Now we go to battle phase. And we go swing. Oh yes, he's no guarding it because he knows I could just leave him at no damage again. Critical. Awesome. We'll put the crit here. Put the crit on the Vanguard. And bam, another Varalord. 1, 2, 3. That is the game. Our opponent had to take the damage because if they didn't, we could have just kept them at 3 damage and made his turns easier and easier to block. We still had plenty of defense. His numbers were getting kind of crazy, but being able to swap back to the shield, plus we have the 2 intercepts, we now actually have shield value. Last turn we didn't really have shield, that's why we had to use the perfect guard. I'm feeling pretty good. Alright guys, here's one more look at the deck. You guys got to see some of the cool interactions you can do with the different arms. Being able to arm multiple times in a turn, being able to swap between arms that you need. With our deck getting so low and us not seeing any Varalords, Dishtia became a really, really important piece that I didn't even realize it was going to be as good as it did. Not only were our columns humongous, but it was able to get us into our Varalord to keep on rearming, to keep on allowing our deck to keep flowing. On that last turn, our Vanguard swung 48 for 2. We would have swung with our left side column first, which got the trigger. So by itself, Dipstia was 30k, plus the 8k boost, plus 10k to the front row. So it would have been a 48k attack. And then the last column was already a 45, it would have been a 55. So those are massive columns, and we didn't even Persona ride a single time that game. So our offense could have been even stronger. Bavsargra always had a solid defense between the shield, her draw engine, the recursion that she used to have with Samhadi and Shabda, and of course Kangshadi to keep drawing cards. That loop between the spear and Kangshadi and Samhadi was always solid, but the deck was really, really lacking in offense, especially in a deck that could only get 3 attacks. Now we get much bigger numbers. We still swing for our extra crit, but all the different things to help boost us even more. It almost feels like they found a good balance for a 3-attack deck to make it actually worth something. I do wish the rear guards had a little more going for them, maybe a Garvashik for them too, but then we're pushing it into like Bruce territory. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Let me know how you guys feel about the new support now that we've had some time to mess with it and it's now actually coming out in the card game. I will still be playing this deck because I really, really love this deck. And let me know your guys' experience with the deck so far. If you guys want to check me out on social media, those links will be down below. That is it from me, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.